If you have a website and you're trying to connect with an audience, you definitely are producing some kind of content. Now, the content is created in many different ways, but you have some kind of content in order to connect with your audience if you're doing business online. Now, in this video, what I'd like to share with you is the content creation hierarchy and which is the most powerful content medium on the internet for your website and your business online. Now, the reason you may want to know which is the most valuable content form is because you probably want to produce the most value that you can for your audience. Now, there are a lot of different content forms out there in terms of content mediums, and here they are in list of order of importance or priority. Now, there's a lot of different sub-content mediums and forms of these, and you can get into more specific based content. But really, if we look and break down the fundamental level, the initial content that you have, the most valuable and most important content form is video-based content. Underneath that, you also have images, you have audio-based content, and text-based content. You can also create and stir and mix multiple content mediums together to output a blog post. So for example, on your blog post, you may have a video, you may also have a summary of that content, and then some images and pictures. And for this reason, this is why video is the most valuable and most powerful content medium on the internet, at least at this point in time. So if we take a look at this triangle in this example of the content hierarchy, you can see that video is right at the top, and it's at the tip because it stems everything down. It funnels everything down. So in this example, what happens is that if video is at the top, what you can do from a video is output to other content forms. So when you have a video and you've created a video, now you can create an audio or a podcast from that video. So you can extract the audio from your video and output some audio content form that people can now listen to in their car. You can also extract the still frames from the video. So any diagrams, any pictures, any visuals, product shots, you can go ahead and extract those frames and create images, which is another content form. Now, in terms of content hierarchy, I tend to think of the audio and the images on the same level. For example, audio usually does not have visuals, and the visuals oftentimes do not have audio, but they may have some text. So I think of them along the same lines. Whereas video has visuals, it also has a lot more audio, so there's a lot more content that can be extrapolated from that. Now, as we go further down, we have the most primitive or the most basic content form, and that is the textual-based content. There's a lot more text out there in content form than there is, for example, video. So as we start moving up the content hierarchy, there becomes less and less of a certain content form. Now, I find that images somewhat now are starting to catch up, mostly because people are posting pictures with their cell phones and posting baby pictures to weddings, which are often the most shared types of content forms on the internet. So with that being caught up, in terms of educational content or content that people are actually engaging in terms of lessons, in terms of business, a lot of the content form is still textual. As we start moving up and up the hierarchy, we're starting to produce more content in other forms and higher dynamic content. So what does this mean for your business, or what does this mean for you if you're running a blog-based business or you're running a website and you're trying to connect with your audience? Well, what it means is that you should focus on the most highest valuable content medium that you can. In this case, this is the video-based content. Because as you create a video, once that video is created, you can go ahead and take out the audio and add it to a podcast. You can take out some frames and add those to a blog post and extrapolate some pictures. And then you can also create a summary from that video, or even something that goes along with transcription word for word of what's going on in that video. So there's a lot of things that you can do from video. Whereas if you take the other approach and you start taking the text, then you try to create an audio, then you try to create a video, that process is 3 to 5 times longer, if not even more so. So imagine writing out a blog post, then you have to go ahead and read that blog post, to create that audio version. And then after reading it, you have to reshoot it again with the video and then maybe edit the video, upload the video. Whereas if you do it in the reverse and you create the video-based content, you can go ahead and extract all that information all at once and output some really great dynamic content in a lot of different formats, a lot of different mediums, and connect with your audience in many different ways and levels. So as you start looking at your own business, start focusing and creating content that is at the highest level possible, at least if for you. If you can only create audio-based content for now, fine. Start there and then also create that text-based content. But if you can go ahead and create video content, even if that means you take your cell phone and shoot the video with your cell phone, which most people have one of those smartphones now, then go ahead and do that. Take a video with your smartphone, tape it to a box, even if you don't have a tripod. Just use some tape it to a box and make your own tripod and get some video content out there, because it's going to be a lot more dynamic and you'll be able to extrapolate a lot more data and add a lot of value to your audience and to your customers. Thanks for joining me in this video, and if you want to continue learning with me with some other great free video lessons, click one of the thumbnails right below this video and we'll continue learning together. But if you'd like to get some more in-depth business training and some in-depth business knowledge, then click this link right up here, and when you get there, enter your name and email address, and I'll be sure to send you those business trainings when they are released. Thanks again for joining me, and remember to do what you love, contribute to others, but most importantly, live life abundantly. I'll see you next time.